it's working.
Oh, I see it. Yay. So exciting. So thanks so much for having this conversation with me, Simone, about we're talking about, I guess, like what goes on in this world when it's just filled with people, and it's like, how do you still have you? We're talking about, I guess, like what goes on. All right, I hear an echo.
So I was just to mute myself, like everything is a bit slow today with technology.
Yeah. And it's like when the world's just filled with people, how can you still have you? And it's like for years and years and years, I would limit the choices that I would make based on kind of like how many people were involved. Like I wouldn't want to go to crowded places because I knew that I would start to separate from myself when I would be around tons of people. And have you had that too, Simone, where it's so much easier to be you in the privacy of your own home instead of around other people?
It was actually like a few years ago, Dane was saying like, yeah, but like if you separate, it's not being you. Like you're being you. You could be everywhere you. Like I have it in different variations, I have to say. Like sometimes shower places like, ugh. But I also have sometimes like way before the tools of access, I had times when I'm not feeling well. And then the people recommend to meditate. That would get worse for me. I oftentimes then got out into people because like others have the right to have me.
Kitty's telling me I have to open the door, so I can still hear you. Please keep going.
Yeah, it was that like me going outside because like I had the point of view like for others I can have a good mood. I was not willing to have it for myself, but I was willing to have it for others, and then I have been it for others, and it changed my mood for me. Like that was also a trick.
Wow.
There's like I have it in all directions, I have to say, but like now I know, oh, who and what am I aware of? What is actually mine?
Totally. Yeah, it's amazing. It's like how to navigate that when we're so different in each day, we're different in each moment. We have different demands and different requirements, and then we're also aware of different things. Speaking of demanding, Kitty's like, I'm going to be involved in this. So I had to let him in, or else.
You're talking about people, I know about them.
Exactly. I know. It's like, and he's a master as well of not taking shit from anybody, and that's part of like the gift of having ease when there are tons of people around, is, or being by yourself, is not taking shit from yourself and not taking shit from other people. And if you've ever been around a cat, like oftentimes like they want you to pet them, but only in a particular way, or they'll bite you. And it's just like, it's amazing that freedom that animals give themselves to be them, no matter what's going on. And they don't have to they don't have to change them so that others are more comfortable. And that's part of what we do when we separate from ourselves, is we try to look for what's going to make someone else comfortable. And what if we allowed people to be, we're in allowance of, and we allowed people to be as uncomfortable as they are? Because some people go around, and I'm going to say probably the people who often seem the most confident have so much going on under the surface. And sometimes we think, oh, if I honor them by pretending that I believe their bravado, their lie, that's somehow going to create something greater, make them feel more comfortable. But what if it's time to actually just be as strange as we are, as different as we are, and not have to make others comfortable all the time?
Yeah, like that people-y part I just experienced the last 2-3 years, where it's like, oh my god, what are they doing? I don't like what's going on with all the people. And I could see like, oh, there's me, and then there's the people. It's like definitely different.
Yeah. To know the difference. That's so beautiful. Yeah. And that's part of like one of the keys too, and like being around crowds, or just handling like even just the day-to-day things of going to the grocery store. Like, what if you could be like a kid in your adventures, to where everything was like this delight and surprise and this unfolding? And one of the big keys to that is what you just said, is like really getting the difference between what's you and what's other people.
Yeah.
it's not so easy sometimes when we're actually awareness of awareness units. It's like we're perceiving all the time. We're receiving information. Our bodies are receiving information. We can hear thoughts. And it's like all of those are brilliant capacities if we're willing to use them that way instead of using them as limitations that we're sort of basically taught to use life as.
Yeah, I guess like it all starts with acknowledging that
Yeah.
you're dynamically aware.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
one told me that I'm dynamically aware. I always thought all of this is mine.
Yeah.
And to see like, it's not. I have a choice to choose something different. Like if the world is like sad and depressed and there's nothing possible, yeah, you can choose that. That does not have to be my choice.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then it doesn't make you wrong to be happier than other people. Like sometimes there's the sense of like, well, in when everything's going on in the world, is it actually okay to give yourself that freedom to just have that happiness, have the sweetness, have that nurturance of the universe having your back when other people don't have that or don't give themselves that freedom? And what if you actually choosing something outside of what others are choosing is that inspiration for them to also go, oh, wow, I don't have to choose this. I can actually choose what they're having. And we do inspire people without realizing it so often. I mean, we go through the world and we don't even realize sometimes the energetic gifts that we are just by being us. And others go, oh, wow, like singing in your car and just kind of like dancing as you're driving. How many people just glance over and go, oh, yeah, there's someone happy. That's great. I'm happy for them. And then that sort of ricochets and spreads and ripples through the entire universe. And we don't have to be that equivalent of the sum total of what other people are choosing in our area, in the world, in our households, in our families, and all the different things that we reference without even realizing it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, how much are we referencing without even realizing?
Yeah.
But if you allowed yourself to realize, wait, I can choose different. That's like the greatest gift. Like for me, that's wealth to know I can choose something different.
Yeah, yeah. And with that recognition, it's like there are incredible tools within the amazing breadth of work called Access Consciousness. And I know you love taking classes with Brett and me, which is so wonderful. We love having you on classes, and we love having so many people on who each bring their own questions and curiosities and things that they know about. It's like, to me, one of the most wonderful things in the whole world is to be in an access class, because we actually get to play with these tools, discover what we know, and then go out and have our lives be different after that. It's like I've never been the same after any access consciousness class. I've always seen some possibility open up, some energetic transformation, some world that starts to be different that I thought was fixed before. And so this class that Brett and I have coming up called Ease When Things Get Too Peoply, it's tomorrow. It's like a total kind of last minute thingy, but we're having this little mini class tomorrow, and we're going to go over some of the tools that we've used in situations where things get too peoply, and just like how to have that sense of space and ease and the gift that we are. Because sometimes remembering that we're a gift is like, even that one thing can be that catalyst of like, oh yeah, I'm a gift. I don't have to go into this separation or this wrongness or this this way that I have been in the past.
Yeah, this is amazing. And thanks for saying that, because I remember last time I was in a total peoply moment with myself, like where I was judging myself so strong, and asked for contribution in the chat, and Georgia reached out, I was like, hey, can I contribute something? And to have someone ask you a question from space and no point of view, it's such a gift. Like there's no need to judge you there. Yeah. And I love you and Brett and you together. It's just such a space of let's explore. Like everything is welcome. You don't have to hold anything behind. It's just let's see what's there and what's behind and what's underneath it everywhere. It's I'm grateful for that.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it's been years of exploring, but I found that every single choice that people have made in the past, it's led them to where they are now and where we are now. And sometimes those moments where we think, oh, I chose something kind of messed up there. We find out later, oh my gosh, that gave me that one piece of information that now I never have to go down that road again. Or I can give this information to somebody who's in the middle of a choice, making a choice about something. And it's like, we each can be such a great contribution to each other, and the fun of exploring somebody else's facilitation too. I mean, a lot of us who've been taking access classes for a while now, or we tend to go to facilitators that we've chosen over and over. That's awesome. We know there's a gift there. And sometimes it's also fun to try out somebody new. It's like, what have I possibly been avoiding by not interacting with certain people? And that's one of the things with ease, when things get too peoply too. It's like, what if we start to realize that there are actually beings out there that we can start to receive from, that we might have actually been avoiding, refusing, and basically talking ourselves out of a possibility? But who's out there who would actually love to gift and contribute something, and might have that one little piece of information that might contribute to your life being greater later? So whether it's our class or a different one, please be open to that sense of like how people actually can be part of the orchestration of the universe, and when they're not being that, and noticing the difference. So it's like, you're that active chooser in your life. Yes.
That's so great. And I also see like some people really, as you say, choose just the same facilitators and no one else. And I see like sometimes it's great to go to different facilitators, because like,
yeah,
if I always go to you and you always knock on that door and I don't open that door is, I will not open. So,
yeah,
but if I go to Brett, so to speak, or like to someone totally different,
yeah.
that door might not even be there. They already in, because like it's a different angle, different energy. It's, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
different perspectives, different questions. And sometimes you find out like, oh, wow, like I didn't see it that way. Or sometimes you go, you hear someone facilitate and then you think, well, I'm actually a great facilitator, and I didn't even realize it just by hearing them talking. So there's so many gifts. And like when we unshackle ourselves, when we unhandcuff ourselves from the places we think, I can interact with this, but I'm not going to do this. I go to these places, but I don't go to these places. It starts to actually open the world up again to being everything, like having everything available. But it's just like, what would you like to choose now? Instead of that place that we tend to back ourselves into the corner of, I do this, this, and this, but I don't do this, and I do this, and we don't even realize we're doing it. So it's like, what if we can be totally unbound, and the world, that phrase, like, do you have that in Germany, where the world is your oyster? Do you have that? No. Yeah, it's so funny.
Like this, we have something similar, but I cannot remember now. If I remember it, I will.
Yes, then let me know. But yeah, we're it's essentially where it's like the whole thing opens up again. And so what gift can that be, to just allow your world, all the things that we've decided we either couldn't handle or weren't strong enough to handle, or things went badly before for us. So we sort of like try to tuck ourselves into a cozy place that we know we can control, that we know we can kind of predict for things. Yeah, exactly. So there's so much to explore on this topic, and we hope to play with you tomorrow. It's 2 p.m. Texas time, so I think that's still a pretty decent time for Europe. Is that 9 p.m.? Is that correct?
9 p.m. So
for Central Europe time. Cool. Awesome. Well, yeah, see you on tomorrow. Hopefully see all of you guys on there, and just, yeah, what else is possible that's never been possible before.
I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Georgia. And like, yeah, what's possible? I wonder beyond.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. Cool. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.